So far, this is just rotation that has been observed. We're not seeing any debris whatsoever. So right now, this has just been notified as rotation capable of producing a tornado. Once again, like last time, if you've been tuning in, we're going to continue to track this storm. I know it is quite slow. We want to keep people informed and safe. These are moving at around 20 miles an hour eastward with this rotation. So anywhere on your screen, we'll name out some roads here if you're near them. County Road YY, County Road M. That's kind of where the main rotation is located at, heading towards County Road I. That's where we're seeing the greatest rotation. That's where that possibility of a tornado, just south of Bear near County Road M. You can see that rotation. That is quite clear. It has since broadened as we've been speaking, so this might be shortly lived here, but we're still seeing that rotation in that region. This goes until 7:15 p.m. So if you are near in Bear, if you are west and southwest of Sparta, make sure you are seeking shelter north and northeast of Shelby. That's where the main storm is located with the possibility of producing a tornado. This is radar indicated, has not been observed. Rotation is quite broad, but even with it being broad, we're still going to track this all the way through until that tornado warning ends. This does go until 7:15 p.m. Right now, moving over County Road YY as far as the main rotation that's being located right now. And in fact, if we look even further at more specifically, it's just east of County Road Y. This is moving around 20 miles an hour, still the same speed that we've seen before. Now it is note that they are seeing a debris signature. We'll see if I can find that as well. That possibly is right here that we can see. So this might have been a tornado dropping down. So if you are in this area, County Road M, County Road YY, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. Get to your basement, lowest floor of your building. Make sure that you are seeking shelter now with this possible tornado that might be on the ground. Again, yep, that's where it is observed as far as that tornado. As we're tracking this out, it might be along County Road I as far as where we're seeing this tornado that might be on the ground. In fact, this is where it is, just right off of Clements Road with this tornado. So this has been observed as far as a tornado that has fallen right off of County Road Y. If you are just south of Bear, near this road of Clements Road, County Road YY, County Road M, make sure you are seeking shelter. You can see this is currently moving quite fast now for this storm that is progressing. This might be more closer to County Road I now as far as this storm signature, this tornado signature that we're seeing. And it's been notified that it is rain wrapped, so that means it's even more dangerous. You can't really see it as far as the tornado because the rain is wrapping around the tornado. So if you are near Bear County Highway County Road M, definitely make sure you're seeking shelter. County Road YY, Filter Road, lowest point of your building, potentially a basement if you have one. If you're in an apartment, the lowest floor as well, in a closet, a bathroom, covering your head. This is an observed tornado that we are witnessing right now. We can see that more closely on our shear tracker because it is rain wrapped. Sometimes it's hard to get the debris because it is also tracking that rain as well. But near County Road M, County Road I, County Road II, that we're seeing the rotation signatures likely of where a tornado would be located, as it has been observed, but right now it is rain wrapped, so it is hard to tell exactly where this is located. That's why if you're in this tornado warning, you want to seek shelter now is it can be difficult to track these storms when they become rain wrap. It makes them more dangerous, more susceptible for being hidden from radar signatures. And so we're looking at rotation right now. That's the best way to view this. Again, County Road M, County Highway I. This is tracking quite slow, but is likely still to have a tornado on the ground. Once again, it's rain wrap. So if you are near County Road M, County Road I, County Road II, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. Make sure those that are in that area seeking shelter immediately. This is traveling towards, and more so along towards County Road II, Anthony Road, in that direction. In likelihood, what we're seeing when you see that red and green, that might likelihood be debris as far as this tornado moves through and over County Road I. See if we can get any CC signatures. Pretty broad as far as what we're seeing. So again, this is pretty rain wrapped as far as where we would get a better look at the possibility for debris. If I do undo some of this, it might be possibly along County Road II, as far as where the debris is. That's getting rid of some of the values to make it a bit more clear, but it's still a little bit hard to tell. I think the best look here is still shear and storm relative velocity, as it looks like it's right along County Road I right now. Nothing new so far from the National Weather Service. But this is still, as I've mentioned, has been observed. If you're in a tornado warning now, make sure you are seeking shelter. Lowest floor of your building. If you have a basement, obviously the best point. If you're in an apartment, don't worry to go. Lowest point of your building, particularly in somewhere away from the windows as much as possible in the center. And if you're in the center, if you can, in a closet or in a bathroom, that's the possibility that will make you the most safe here for a tornado warning. So again, this is observed, looks to be near County Road I as far as where this is located at right now. We'll get another scan here and give you another update of where this tornado is tracking here as we speak in RNAir. See if we can get any more debris signatures. This might tell us it might be more along County Road II, but it's still quite hard to tell as the heavy rain is shielding this tornado as we speak. This is where we're looking at as far as the possibility of where this tornado may be located within the rain. So far, no new updates. It's still, again, observed. So County Road M, County Road I, anyone there, make sure you're seeking shelter. County Road II as well, County Road Y as well. Seeking shelter, lowest point of their building, still not safe to get out of there by any means with this possible tornado. That's been observed on the ground. It currently is rain wrapped. That's the latest information we have. We're still looking at this region right here as the possibility for a tornado that is currently on the ground. In fact, they have a better signature here as we look. Just along County Road YY, we might be able to get a better view of that. Yep. County Road YY, Clements Road. This might be our better view of where we are seeing the tornado that is located at. Again, sometimes these are hard to spot as it can be shielded. This is moving east around 20 miles an hour, quite slow here with this storm. Again, this looks to be around County Road YY, Clements Road towards County Road M. Latest scan doesn't show as much of a debris signature, but SRV is showing our storm relative velocity is still showing there is that rotation. So we're still looking at a tornado warning again. Make sure that you are seeking shelter if you are in a tornado warning at the lowest point of your building, preferably a basement, but in the center away from walls is your best bet. And if you can even go further, in a closet or bathroom. So far, this is what we're looking at as far as a tornado. I believe this was actually a new tornado, not from the one we were originally looking at along County Road YY, Clements Road. Seeing that possibility of a tornado. If we look at our Debris field, not seeing anything too significant as far as what I'm looking at. A lot of this is rain. So now, as we are looking at that area, we're now down to just a tornado warning with radar indications of rotation. Again, this has been a new update. Now it is a radar indication of a tornado. If we look at that, that's going to go until 7:15 p.m. As it tracks into Monroe County towards Sparta. Again, this is now radar indicated rotation. We're not observing a tornado at the moment, but the storm has been continuously capable of producing tornadoes. As we've gotten reports in Hoka, for one example, but this is what we're looking at as far as that rotation. It's quite broad now, not very strong. But if you're still in that warning, make sure you're still in your place of shelter, because we can see changes over the next minute or two, as these things can change quite quickly. Yeah, so far this area still just has pretty broad rotation, but we could still find pockets within these of stronger rotations over the next coming minutes. But still so far heading towards Bangor, County Road Y, J, Middle Ridge towards Sparta, as it heads in towards Vernon County. Most of this was south east of Bear. Once again, just reminding you, yes, this is broad rotation. We're not seeing anything too strong at the moment, but if you're in this tornado warning, still continue to be in your place of shelter and be in your lowest point of your building, in your basement, center of your building, closet or bathroom, if possible. So far as we speak, still not seeing anything new. We'll continue to feed you information. Again, these storms are quite slow. They're about 20 miles an hour. They have been. Information comes quite slowly, only through observations and radar data, and the NWS can we really tell you what's new. And as we're on live air, we'll continue to tell you that new information. But if we don't get any, we're still relying on these few things for that information. So we'll continue to let you know what's new. I know it's quite dry, but want to keep you safe. We're going to continue to be on air until this gets lifted, even though that this is quite broad rotation that we are seeing right now across this warned region. Most of this rotation now just heading north of Middle Ridge into Middle Ridge itself. Still has a long track to go, but latest scan still not anything too significant here that we're seeing. Another way we can look is through velocity. If we take a look, you could see where that tornado was just near County Road I with all that rotation. But since then, as we look to now, as I mentioned, we're pretty broad on our rotation, which is a good thing, but still can get that rotation right back again because this is, I believe, the same storm that produced a tornado near Hoka. Other than those at shelter, want to make sure, again, you're still in shelter. But those of you not in shelter, still tuning in, wanting to know where these storms are, want to make sure everyone's safe as this goes through now Bangor, Middle Ridge, as far as where that rotation is towards Sparta. If you want to, I have a Facebook post out. You can send videos, pictures, or reports. We would love to have them. The National Weather Service probably would use that as far as the reports for damage assessment for tonight's storms, and as they head into tomorrow, likelihood going out to view and track these tornadoes that have moved through. So if you want them, send them there as we continue to track these storms. Right now, I just got the latest scan. Still very, very, very broad. Not seeing anything too strong here, but nothing very strong as far as a couplet to have that strong indicator of a possible tornado on the ground. Still, if you're in the warned area, still be in your place of shelter. Not until this is lifted will it be completely safe, because we've seen these before time and time again tonight, where we get that tornado warning lifted, about 5-10 minutes later, we see that rotation right back again, and another tornado warning is issued. We can also take a look at shear and the shear track. No surprise to tell you, south and southeast of Bear was where the stronger rotation was, as where that tornado likelihood was located at. If we look at shear now, still a little bit along I-90 here near County Road J, but nothing too strong. That would go along with our storm relative velocity, which is another way to track rotation, is not showing anything too strong. You have some rotation, but nothing strong indicated at the moment. That still can change, but for now, we're still looking at that. Now, this severe thunderstorm, this tornado warning, I should say, goes until 7:15 p.m. So we'll see if they'll cancel it here in a couple minutes, which might be the case as rotation once again has weakened. but they can always still extend that with the, just in case, if there might still be a possibility for more rotation ahead. And those of you out more west near Wabasha County, in Fillmore, Freeborn and Faribault, Minnesota had their tornado watches cancel. So we may see that continue here for the rest of the evening. Just something to quickly note here, as these storms are mainly over the Coulee region right now, as they track more towards central Wisconsin. As we look real quick, the heaviest portion, which is no surprise as they were rain wrapped, that's where probably the tornado was located within this region. The heaviest of rain right now along County Highway Y and J, just near Sparta. That's probably where you're seeing very heavy amounts of rainfall occur right now. That's where the rotation is. That's where the strongest portion of the storm is. You'd be looking at half to an inch plus per hour as far as this storms moves through. Very slow. That's why flood watches are still in effect here for tonight, but something to also know as we track that rotation here for this evening. We got about a minute left. We'll know exactly if they expire it, which it looks like they might end up expiring it here in a second. We'll just make sure. I think it was noted from the National Weather Service here, but want to make sure it's completely popped off of our screen. And there it is. So that has now been canceled for those of you in the warning. You're now good out of shelter. We're still seeing storms right now track again through the Coulee region, heading through Allen McKee, Houston, Vernon, parts of Vernon, but really along La Crosse and Monroe County right now. Monroe County, I know you're pretty at risk to flooding because of the last couple of days of rain. So that's something to really keep an eye on here for tonight. So right now, storm's not severe at the moment. We can really see that change here over the next 5-10 minutes. So we'll continue on social media looking at posts. And if there's another warning here that comes in the next 5-10 minutes or even hour, we'll break in once again. So thanks again for continuing watching. We'll go back to your regularly scheduled broadcast.
Scan the